Hi, I'm Paul, and this week I'm testing what has to be the original 600cc Super Sport machine, Honda's CBR600RR. The CBR600 has almost become the forgotten 600cc Supersport bike, but having a look at this bike here in this paint scheme, I really can't understand why, because it looks absolutely stunning. Now, the evolution of the CBR600 can be traced pretty much all the way back to 1987, where the original jelly mould bike was released. It was 2003 when they started going more to the Supersport bike that you see here, and the last real major changes were in 2007. So this bike, as you see it, has been around for quite a while. Just because there's not been much development going on with the CBR600 since 2007, it doesn't mean it's a bad bike. It still makes 118 horsepower, it's still got radially mounted calipers, it's got everything there you need for a good Supersport machine. If racing's your thing, have a look at the World Supersport records and see which bike has won more World Supersport titles than any other. You'll see it's the Honda CBR600. Look over the bike and there are a few things that are a little bit dated. The clocks, for example, they could probably do with a facelift. It hasn't got the fancy big piston forks that you might find on the others, but it's not a bad thing. Overall, it's a fantastic bike. It's the long development path of the CBR that has made it possibly one of the best 600 Supersport machines out there on the market today. If you look over the bike, it's got that typical Honda fantastic build quality. Lustrous paint, strong plastics, the whole bike really does look like it's built to last. It's got that glorious swing arm at the back that's just fantastic, and it's also great to see that they've kept the underseat exhaust. Now, possibly that's a little bit unfashionable at the moment, but it makes the rear end of the bike look so much better. It's even got decent seats for rider and pillion for a Supersport bike anyway, and overall it's just a fantastic package. Now, I've spent quite a bit of time on the road on this particular CBR. I've ridden earlier versions on the racetrack as well, and it does everything well. Okay, if you're after a completely track focused bike, well, possibly one of the other models on the market today might be the bike for you. If you're after one for the road, as well as a little bit of track work, well, the CBR really can't be beat. Even though the red line does start on a centrally mounted rev counter at 15,000 RPM, you don't need to ride the CBR in those high rev ranges to really make good progress. There's plenty of mid-range there for you to play with, which makes it a great road bike. The riding position isn't too radical. The 41mm upside down forks do a great job of soaking up all the lumps and bumps, and Honda's special Unit Pro rear shock really is fantastic on the road. Now, on the racetrack, you can firm all these suspension settings up. They're all fully adjustable. So if you do want the bike tighter for a smooth racetrack where you really are giving it the berries, all the adjustments are there for you. Just like the rest of the package, the brakes are user-friendly. They're not too aggressive, but they provide plenty of feel and plenty of power. So they don't feel like they're going to catch you out if you're braking hard in slippery or treacherous conditions. A couple of nice little safety features that are available on the CBR. It comes standard with Honda's electronic steering dampener. Now, the bonus of having the steering dampener electronically activated means that when you're going slow, it releases the pressure, which makes the steering nice and light, but as you get faster, it tightens things up, and it's there just to control the handlebars should you happen to hit a lump or bump that can start off a bit of a tank slapper. Another option available, be it a $2,000 option, is the fact you can have ABS or anti-lock brakes fitted to the CBR600, which if you're doing a lot of road work and you do ride in the rain, is certainly worth considering. The CBR600 might not be the most modern machine out there. It's not the most powerful, it hasn't got the latest and greatest whiz-bang bits on it, but it's the overall package that you have to look at. At $19,995, it's not an expensive bike, but it's a fantastic bike that you'll be able to do a little bit of everything on.